Period. Period. Baby, slay. It's called a K-slay. What's up, my K-babies? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to show you all how I created this soft glam look. So please like, subscribe, and comment if you all enjoyed this video or if you all enjoyed the look. So let's just get straight into it. So today I'm going to be starting off with the brows. I am using my super slim Absolute New York brow pencil, and this is in the color Smoke. And I'm just going to be using this using light strokes to create her brow. And luckily, she already has a good shaped brow. She has thick, full brows, so it does make it a little easier for me to shade it in. So I'm basically just following the strokes of her original brow and just pretty much making it a little thicker and fuller. And also holding the arch of the brow helps me as well. Please do not be scared to touch your client's face or hold their brows. So now I'm using the spoolie to brush the front of her brow hairs upward, the middle to the side, and then the tail of her brow hairs downward. And that just helps keep the shape of her brows looking good. Now I am all done filling in her brows. I am now going to go in with my e.l.f. concealer, and this is in the shade Tan Latte. And I'm going to be using this shade to apply under her brows just so it can create a nice highlight under the brow. So usually during this part, I use a concealer that is a few shades lighter than the client. Again, just to make under the brow pop. Now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the color Deep. And I'm going to be applying this all over the lid, blending it in with the Tan Latte color. For the top of her brow, I'm going to still be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Deep to clean it up. I do not use the Tan Latte or the lighter shade on top of the brow. That's strictly for under the brow. For me anyways, I just would prefer to use the lighter color under the brow. For the top of the brow, I would like to use a color that's a little more closer to the client's skin tone, but still probably one shade lighter. So that's why I'm going on the top of the brow with Deep. Now I'm using a blending brush just to blend the concealer on her lid. and on top of her brows, just blend it into her face. So when it's time to apply the eyeshadow, it's all well blended. Now I'm taking my P's Louise base, and this is in the Rumor Zero, and I just put one dot on each lid, and I am just going to blend this all over her lid. That way the eyeshadow will pop. Even though today we're going for more of a soft glam, you still want the colors to show. So the P's Louise base helped that happen. So after you apply this and blend it in, the colors will then look way better on the lid. So now I'm going to go in with my first shade. I am using my Morphe 350 palette. And this first shade that I'm using is the shade Sting. And this is the color I'll be using for my transition shade today. And you just want to make sure that you're moving in circular motion. Being sure not to apply too much and be light-handed. And I really stress being light-handed because I'm so heavy-handed and I used to just pack the eyeshadow on the lid. But being light-handed makes the look a lot, 10 times better. So just be sure when you're applying each color that you're being light-handed and gentle. For my next shade, I am going to be using the same palette, the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going in with the color Click. And I'm just going to apply this right below the color Sting. But I'm not going to apply too much because I don't want to blur out the color Sting. I want both colors to still show. I'm going back in with the color Sting and just putting some more eyeshadow on there. I didn't add any eyeshadow on the brush. Actually, I just picked the same brush that I used the color Sting with, and I'm just reapplying whatever was left on the brush to make it pop more because I feel like I kind of blurred it out with my other color I applied, the color Click. So now this is the last color, guys, for the base. And this is the color Cafe, and I am applying this right under the color Click. And again, I'm just moving in circular motion while I'm applying it. Now that the base is finished, I am going to be putting 2 more dots of P. Louise Rumor Zero base on the lids. And I'm just going to be blending that out because the last shade that I'm using is a light shade. And I want to make sure that it pops. So basically I'm using the P. Louise base to erase out the base eyeshadow in the area that I'm about to apply the light shadow. I'm going back in with the color Cafe just because I feel like when I applied the P. Louise base, I kind of blurred it out. So I'm just reapplying the color Cafe to make sure that it's still vibrant and you can see it. For the last color, the last shade, I should say, I am using the 2 colors actually. And it's going to be out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. And the shade I'm applying right now is Tempera. I absolutely love Tempera, especially over a white. So if you wanted to match your white color, this would be the perfect color. However, for this particular look, I wanted to be a little settled, and I felt like Tempera was a little too bright. So I went over it with the color Orange Soda, which is also in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette as well. And Orange Soda is more like a tan, so it kind of just mellows it out. It still is a bright color, but it just mellows it. I did her wing eyeliner off camera, but the eyes are finished. So we are done with the eyes. Now it's time to move to the face. So I'm going in with my Black Opal foundation stick, and this is in the shade AU Chocolate. And I'm just applying this all over her face. I really don't have a technique on how I apply my foundation. I just make sure that it's enough for coverage. And once I'm done applying it, I am going to go in with my brush and blend it all in. Time for the concealer, guys. So I'm going back in. I'm using the same 2 concealers I used on her brows. So I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Deep and the e.l.f. Tan Latte. I'm starting off with the e.l.f. Tan Latte, and I'm applying it on the bridge of her nose, under her eyes, on her cupid's bow, and on her chin. But I am not applying it on her forehead. Something about a light concealer on the forehead just don't sit right with me. Okay? So now I'm going in with the color Deep. And I'm applying that everywhere I applied the Tan Latte, but I'm going to apply this also on her forehead. Now it's time to blend, so I'm going to be blending concealer all in, making sure that it's smooth and have a finishing look. I don't know what we was talking about, y'all, but we just be talking about all types of stuff. I applied a little additional concealer under the wing liner though, because I've kind of seen a little makeup, so wanted to make sure everything was flawless. Excuse me, y'all, I look a mess. I took my wig off, so please excuse me. To contour, I'm going in with my Black Opal foundation stick, and I'm using the color Black Walnut. And I'm just going to be applying this in all the places that have to be contoured. My best friend's so gorgeous, y'all. She is so beautiful. I love her to death. Y'all just don't understand. But yeah, so now I'm going to be blending out the contour. To set her concealer, I am going in with my Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm just going to be setting all the places that I placed my concealer. And I really do not bake. Anybody who's been here, especially my K-babies that's been with me for a long time, you all know the baking has not been for me, so I just apply it and set as I go. I don't let it sit. I just literally put it on the setting powder on the client's face and just press it in. And honestly, I feel like the look looks better when you do it that way, me personally, so. Time to set the contour, you all. So to set the contour, I am using my MAC contour palette. And this is in the shade. I can't think of the shade right now, so I'm going to put it down below the shade of what I use to set the contour. But yeah, it is a MAC palette. Oh, I found it. So it's a MAC Studio Fix palette, and it's in the shade Shadowy. I'm using some mascara just to basically make the lashes black before applying my lashes. Her lashes black before applying my lashes, because makeup gets on the lashes, so you never want to apply the lashes without applying mascara. Otherwise, you're gonna have lashes with some white, with the white natural lashes under them because it has makeup on them. So yeah, make sure you always apply mascara first. I'm also applying it to the bottom, our lower lashes as well. And I'm going back in with my liquid eyeliner by NYX, and I'm cleaning up the eyeliner. It wasn't that straight to me, so I'm just going back in and just cleaning it up a little bit before applying my lashes. So these are the lashes that I'm applying today. These are my lashes from my own lash line, Karen Michelle Lashes. This is in the style Sweet Mama. The link will be listed below as well to the Instagram and the website of my lash line, so please check me out. But yeah, so these are my lashes, and I really love them. They're long lasting and they're mink, so check them out, y'all. But yes, those I just applied, and I'm using my fan to, kind of get the glue dried a little bit quicker. And I got this fan off Amazon. Push start fan, and just, you can travel it, bring it anywhere you want, just charge it, and you can bring it anywhere. To the club, if you're going out with some friends, you may be sweating, so yeah. This fan definitely comes in handy. So now we're on the finishing touches. So I am using my Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this is in the color Berry Bay, and I'm applying it on her cheekbones. She has very, very beautiful cheekbones, so it's very pretty to apply the blush on those. And then I'm using my highlighter. Well, not my highlighter, but Juvia's Place highlighter in the color Nubia. It is a loose highlighter, so you want to make sure you're not getting too much on the brush. I'm using a concealer brush now to buff out under her eyes, just a few lines that I seen from the concealer and the setting powder. So I just want to make it look flawless in that. But I applied the highlighter on her cheekbones, her bridge of her nose, and the tip of her nose. So this is my NYX Jumbo eye pencil, and it's in the color Milk, 604 Milk, and I applied that on her waterline, because a natural look with a white waterline just makes your eyes look so much prettier. And I'm using my mascara to just clean it up. I got a little white on her lashes, so yeah, I had to clean it up. But yeah, you all, this is the finishing look. I did not do her lips on camera. I'm sorry, guys, my camera died. So what the products that I used on her lips will be listed below. You all, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.